one day, RDJ as Doctor Doom wakes up from the brainwash and then like stops the Maker and is like, I am Iron Man. And it'd be like everyone in the crowd goes wild.
The theater loses its shit.
Yeah, but I always thought about the whole like Thanos being like, Stark, I'm not the only one cursed with knowledge. He could easily say that to Reed Richards as well, but that could echo even more with Reed Richards, because that could be the Reed Richards that becomes the Maker, who is cursed with knowledge. In the most layman's terms of a curse, where every advancement, every discovery, every scientific conclusion he's made is a curse. There's always someone bad behind everything that he is like invented. But him going to the end zone, Doctor Doom was behind it. Him meeting the Silver Surfer and finding out that there's cosmic beings, Galactus is behind it.
Well, and then I saw somebody talking about it, where Tony Stark's always learns from his mistakes. It's like, if he invented time travel, do you really think he would have not put in safeguards? So
What are you gonna do?
Okay, he knows there's a multiverse. He knows there's other versions of himself and everybody else. But it's almost like with Benedict Cumberbatch knowing the one way to actually win an Endgame. These things have to happen, and you will eventually in another timeline be Doctor Doom, and that's just the way it is, in order for all of us to be okay, or maybe not okay in the end, if there is a reset.
I don't think they thought that far with it, but I do believe it's a reset. What these movies are going to eventually be. It might not be a full like universal reset like the comic did, where basically at the end of Secret Wars, the Richards family is basically the conduits of creating new universes.
Well, and at the same time, it is a good idea for a reset as far as a movie studio, because these actors cannot play these characters forever. They can play them a good long time. Yeah. So now you could invite other people to come in and do the roles.
Which is why.
But
I
also,
guess they're pushing this Young Avengers stuff, but it's been on the back burner. You haven't really heard a whole lot.
It doesn't seem like it's a very solid idea.
Yeah, because the thing with it is that after Endgame, there's still a lot to be left. Like the WandaVision, Loki, Falcon and Winter Soldier. There are still just loose threads to be tied up.
Yeah.
And with these new movies, they don't have to tie them up. They can just end them. And then it's like, okay, now we have a conclusion. Where do we go from here? We try to make fans of this franchise fall back in love with this new franchise, this new era.
Well, now that we've got Thor and Loki together, the sun's gotta shine. That might actually be the sun will shine on us again.
Yeah. With
I think those two together would probably be the heroes.
Funny thing in Secret Wars, Battle World has a star. It's the last star in the universe. Basically, Battle World is this amalgamation. So the Beyonders wipe out all of the multiverse and timelines. That's where the Raft comes in. The Raft is this device that Reed Richards built to not be affected by any cosmic changes in the universe. Comic book shit. But Doom, in working with the Molecule Man and Doctor Strange, he used the Molecule Man as a battery to pull together all the scraps of the other universes. And that's what Battle World is. It's this like puzzle piece, like stitched together planet and they went a little mythological with like some things. Basically, he grabbed Johnny and threw him into the sky, and Johnny Storm became the son of that planet. And then the he like cursed the thing, or basically like did something with the thing where the thing became like the wall that divided the empire of Doctor Doom's world from the rest of the ravaging planet, where Battleworld isn't like a perfect place. I mean, it's called Battleworld for a reason. Basically, the Marvel zombies are like ravaging the planet. The Ultron bots are ravaging the planet, and there's a third one, and we'll probably see Thanos come back in the second movie, because that's what gets the whole. So basically, like, Thanos wakes up in this ravaging planet, and he basically makes an army out of the Ultron bots, the zombie Marvels. He basically is this like ruler for them, and he storms Doom's castle. And this is where it leads up to that scene of Doctor Doom plunging his fist into Tony Stark's chest and ripping out his spine and basically turning into dust. They could still do that scene. I'm pretty sure they really want to do that scene. Having it be Tony Stark would elevate that, in my opinion. And that could be also, they could recontextualize that to be like, this is not Doctor Doom showing his full force of like power and like strength. It could honestly be like a turning point for that RDJ as Doctor Doom to actually start being a good guy and actually start being a hero and like wiping out Thanos like that. Even though what I think it's going to be a little bit more of a cutthroat version of Tony Stark. It's probably echoing a lot of what his dad did, where there was a line in Endgame where he was talking to his dad and he said something that they could easily replicate, but those two movies have a lot of potential of like being something super like super reminiscent of Infinity War, but even more so. I mean, there's a lot of things in Secret Wars that is just like super insane concepts and ideas. Basically, there's a police force called the Thor Force. I'm pretty sure it's the Thor Force, but Thor Force is also whatever.
Maybe they're gonna explain. Okay, so since the MCU after Endgame, as you've said, is mid, maybe they will explain the chaos, because plot holes, things haven't made sense.
That's coming back to.
But I think the Russo brothers have an ability to wrap things up pretty nicely. They pay attention to details like no others.
I don't think they were gonna do something like that. That's like when I was trying to make a theory about King the Conqueror basically being the one that was like creating all these plot holes, but that ended up being,
maybe the plot holes is just the wrong people at Marvel.
Yeah, no, it is, the plot holes is more or less boiled down to just people making these movies who don't watch the other shit, like the people
like Evil Dead director.
Yeah, the guy...
Sam Raimi?
The guy who made the No Way Home movie did not watch Loki. So, when it came to the multiverse stuff, they did not give a fuck. They did not care. They did not want to watch anything. They
should be required in their contracts.
Yeah, I don't even think they fucking watched some of the Spider-Man movies, to be fair. Like,